Hello, I'm Racquel Roberts. Thank you for visiting today. This video FAQ is going to answer the question, what are some of your tricks and techniques for making a song great? Now, let's first just take physical vocal tricks. So if you have studied voice, which I have a feeling some of you have, you know that vocal lessons consist much more of simply vocal scales. While I'm recording, I will actually snort, gasp, whimper like a dog, sing like I'm deaf, I'll sing like my nose is a bell, and all of these things have the goal usually of putting my larynx in place and allowing myself to be able to stretch above intended notes, and also it helps my body to relax so that the sound can simply come out. These physical techniques also allow my instrument to deliver details and subtlety. And it is hilarious, and you are really lucky that I cut this stuff out of your wonderful songs. Now let's talk about mental vocal tricks. They're very different, but it is just as imperative that the mental vocal tricks are in place before a final take of any song. So aside from my constantly knowing that I have the resonating space of a cathedral in my head, that aside, I'm taking an actor's approach to every single song. So that means I'm asking myself, who am I? Who am I singing to? Why am I singing to them? Because as every good musical theater actor knows, nothing is sung unless it is so important that the words you cannot express them through speaking. You must sing them. It can only be expressed through song. That's when things are sung. I also need to ask myself the questions, does my perspective change during the song? Am I telling the truth? Is there any sexual tension involved in the song as well? The questions go on and on and on and on and on. Let's see. So, in order to do all of this homework, which happens before every single song, I'm going to pull from personal experiences, from experiences of my friends and family that I have intimate knowledge of. I'll pull from the news or stories that I've known. Whatever works in order for me to create a believable character perspective and good specific vocal sound for your particular song. But I'm not saying that your song is going to sound like a musical theater piece. Not at all. Unless you want it to. Because we could do that too, if you want it. But that's not necessarily going to be the way it is. It doesn't matter what the genre is, but the homework has to be done every time for every song. I'm just sharing with you my background in developing an engaging song for any genre. Another trick that I will use is loop recording. So perhaps I'll illustrate how that works in another FAQ, but basically I will choose a section of your song and I will record it and loop it, record and loop again and again repeatedly until I feel I have enough good material to work with. And it also helps to loop record in order to gain muscle memory quickly, which will result in a much better vocal sound overall. Gets better takes. And my final trick is not being afraid to push the limits, to be a fool, to make mistakes. Because I'm pulling from every trick in the bag that I've got, from my instrument to my experience, so that I can deliver. I want to deliver something great for you. So it might not sound awesome the first or second or third take. I might sound absolutely crazy, but you will never know that, because by the 15th time, it sounds like chocolate cake, and it sounds so much better. So, thank you for listening to this video FAQ. I hope that it gives you some insight in some of the things that I do in order to help make your final project as great as it can possibly be.